gosh. All right, folks. Now I'm going to record this again. Welcome to our Chitty Opinion. We're here for the first time ever. I'm Al. That's Kevin over there to my left, your right, maybe. I don't know. And yeah, we're just two casual football fans who just chit chat about football during football season. We make our bets. We are not professional gamblers by any sense of the imagination. We bet small, hopefully hoping to win big. Yes, you're not going to hear much from us on betting the $20,000, the $5,000, and those crazy assholes who do that. God bless them for doing it. I don't even know if I was there. I didn't even have the balls to do that, to be honest with you, when I hear people who make those bets. But anyway, so we're here. Hopefully we'll be here weekly with other stuff to show as well. We can get this to work. We're a couple of old guys trying to figure out how to use a computer properly. So don't hold that against us. But so we're going to go over today. We're going to go over the schedule from yesterday. For the week and what we missed yesterday with the Cowboys-Philly game?
Yes, sir.
That's right. So we'll go through that. We're going to have a top five. We're going to go through every single game real quick. We had a separate show for that, but that got all corrupted, the file. So we're going to go through every game real quick. But then we're going to go our five picks that we do every week ourselves. Because we have our own friendly thing that goes along, which remind me it's Friday. So I gotta show you my list afterwards. But anyway. So we're going to go through those, and we'll have our top five picks for the week that we would prefer to go for. So starting off with last night's game. The Cowboys did better than expected. I had lost that game. I had the Eagles covering the 7.5, and that obviously didn't happen. But can we just blame the weather, please?
No.
Fuck you.
I think the offensive line came through for the Cowboys for once. Now, the beginning of the game was a little strange and awkward.
As in?
Well, what happened with Dak and
Dak shouldn't
Carter.
be spitting on people. How about that?
Well, he wasn't.
Well,
that was Carter.
I saw a video likewise that said that showed that he spit first and Carter spit back.
Yeah, but it wasn't close to him.
Oh, it's a matter of.
Okay. There's a difference, though.
Hey,
it's like the Bill Romanowski
effect. In defense of Dak, I said this. You know what? It's all about who gets caught. Sorry.
That's it. Second person always gets caught.
That's it. That's all it comes down to, And he didn't argue it. He knew.
Mm-hmm.
And that, to all fairness to Crawford, and go for it. Whatever.
Just like Bill Romanowski when he did it.
I would have done this. Well, Romanowski was a guy in his own level of bullshit already. Granted, he was a BC guy, but I'm sorry, I'm not giving him credit for that. By the way, Kevin is a Cowboys fan and a University of Miami fan. I am a Patriots fan and a Georgia Bulldogs fan. So, just so you know, in Mississippi State, because I went there, but
interesting.
They suck at everything.
The old cowbell.
Yes, the cowbell. You're right. You are correct. Those are annoying as hell, but hey, it was fun at the game when you're shit-facing.
That's right.
And 19 years old or 18 years old. So, and the girls there were pretty hot, and the softball team was pretty hot.
Way back.
Yeah. So I will accept that. So I lost that game, so I'm 0-1 going into the weekend. Tonight's game. Okay, this will be up on Saturday, but we're doing this on Friday. The KC Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil. You had made a jump. You can explain that. I will still stick with the Chargers. You were with me until moments ago, and you were going with KC, and why is that?
Yeah, I think the offensive line for the Chargers is in trouble.
And why?
With Slater being out, Now they got to move the right tackle to the left tackle, which is Joe Alt from Notre Dame from last year, their first-round pick. He's a hell of an athlete, but it's not easy going from right to left. That's the blind side for Herbert. So.
Well, they got the Chiefs a 3-point favorite. So as I'm on DraftKings, folks. By the way, I do most of my bets on DraftKings. Kevin is the line specialist of the two of us. Just so you know, I don't throw money on a bunch of sites anymore. It just got too confusing for me. So that's just my brain doesn't function that way. I'm not knocking it. I can't mentally handle it because I have 1,000 other things I like to be doing as well. Just to keep my mind going. And too many numbers. I'm not that type of Asian. I'm not a numbers Asian. I'm an art Asian. So I just can't do it. So anyway, that's my excuse. But they are Chiefs are 3 points favorite now. It didn't open that way, did it?
No, it was 2.5. Then it went up.
Yeah, okay, then it went up. So I don't know. I'm still on the Chargers anyway. I'll just take them. Don't know what's going to happen on neutral ground. Don't really know anything. I just like the Chargers better. So we'll because I don't know what Mahomes is going to. Not that Mahomes can't make things happen. It's that he can't catch the ball for his receivers. That's really what it comes down to for me. I don't think they're going to run all over him with Pacheco or whoever else they have anyway. Over-run is at 47.5. I don't know if I care to look at that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Raiders, Patriots, we're going to touch on later. Steelers, Jets, we're going to touch on. Wow, we picked all I realized this afterwards. We picked all early games. Dolphins.
Well, we have the Jets in there.
Yeah, I'm saying we picked all 1 p.m. games for our top 5. Dolphins, Colts we'll get into afterwards. We have the Cardinals, Saints up next to discuss, and that is, I got to scroll, that is a 6.5 point favorite for Cardinals still. I don't want to touch this game, so I'm not going to. I don't think anybody, because we don't know which way it's going to go. If I was forced to pick, I'd go with the Saints. But I think both teams are kind of questionable what they can do. But if anybody can do anything more and get more overall talent, obviously it is the Cardinals.
Definitely.
If I had to do a straight up pick and not do the 6.5 line, I'd pick the Cardinals.
I have the Cardinals in my knockout pool, so
if I do a line pick, I'd probably pick the Saints. Just saying.
I like the Cardinals.
Even the cover?
Yeah, I think with the sharps and the money coming in on them, the line jumped a full point. So if you can get the early line, 5.5 would be great. It's up to 6.5.
Fair. All right, so up on the Giants, Redskins, we will cover after. The Kitty Cat Bowl will be Panthers versus the Jaguars. That is, what do you have? Do you have the same lines as I do? You probably have pretty much the same lines as I do. Was that an early game or a late game?
It's an early game, 1 o'clock. It's 3.5. Opened at 2.5.
So Carolina's an underdog at 3.5 against the Jags. A lot of people are going for the Jags in this one. I could see why, because of the Carolina's defense. But I'm not saying the Jags. I still have a hard time seeing Trevor Lawrence go bananas. You know what I mean? I still think if Bryce Young can continue going, I see this being, 17-14 type of game.
I don't know. They got McMillan there for Carolina. That was the number 1 pick from Arizona, and he was a hot
that's
receiver.
what I mean. So, even if, with the favorite at the 3.5, I could see Carolina winning this, to be honest with you, but I see them covering the 3.5 is kind of more my point. I'm not going to play this game anyway, but if I had to, again, I'd probably pick Carolina on the points. I'd probably pick neither on the straight up.
Correct.
We have the Ohio Bowl between the Bengals and the Browns. You and I are Bengals all the way on this.
Yeah, I don't know why sharp money coming in on the Browns. Like we said yesterday, I think it was because of the defense. I love Myles Garrett.
Those are people hoping that Joe Flacco is going to go out and continue from his Colts that he did last year and just keep being the old school Flacco. Well, not to say that he can't be, but he's got two people he's going to throw to. Njoku and
Jerry Jeudy.
And they got, who's their running back? Brown, is his name Brown?
Yeah. Again, I mean, I think it comes down to the defense, and they're at home. I think this is in Cincy. This is probably maybe 7.5 line.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing hurting, hold on, I didn't mention the line. The line on this is 5.5 now, because you said everything's going on the Browns, so now it's down to 5.5 for Cincy. I'd definitely take Cincy at 5.5. Cincy just sucks in the first game of the year. That's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Hopefully they'll try and break it because it's an Ohio game, and they're going against the fucking Browns. So I don't know. I'll still stick with Cincy on this. Maybe you're not even a Burrow. You're not even a Burrow fan, so you're not even basing it on that. So
double-digit win for Cincy, though.
Okay. Double win as in 10 points, or double digit as in 17 points,
or
just double digit.
Maybe 2 touchdowns, maybe.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, we have the Falcons and the Bucks. We're going to discuss after. We got Denver and the late boot. We have Denver versus the Titans, and is the line
mile high? Nope, went up a half. It's 8.5.
So, 8.5 for Denver. You and I are both still sticking with Denver because we don't know what Tennessee's going to do. A lot of people seem to have faith in Cam Ward. Don't know where he's going to throw. Still his first game. If anybody does have the mentality, like a C.J. Stroud did, to have composure and play, not look like complete shit in the first game of being a rookie, it would be Cam Ward I'd pick. But
I think it's going to
Again,
be tough though for Cam Ward on the road in
against
Denver.
that and against what supposedly supposed to be really good defense. So
Yeah,
that's I am with you on that. So I'll roll with a 10-point win by Denver on that. Over under 42.5. That's still pushing it because
yeah.
I can see
I,
Denver.
I don't
No,
I
I
don't
can
see
see
the Titans
no,
scoring
I
more
can
than
see
20 in this
24 to
game.
7 game and then just
Hmm.
running the rest of the game. Seattle versus San Fran at Seattle. 1.5 point. That's basically a pick 'em. You picked Seattle. I picked the Niners. You are going with a little bit more educated pick on as far as what's going on with injuries and with
Yes.
McCaffrey and stuff like that. I'm going with the fact that it's Sam Darnold. Don't know how he's going to do. Watching Sam Darnold while he was in a Jet for so long, I feel like I just don't have faith in him. I feel like it was did well because of Connolly more than anything. So he could prove me wrong, and I'm fine with that. So, but I'm going with the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm surprised the money flipped on this. I mean, I know it's in Seattle, but again, this is a recording on a Friday, but these lines could change.
Yeah, but
I
still, I
mean,
mean, it's a basically it's a pick'em score with
right.
with San Fran being a 1.5 favorite in Seattle with the 3-point home advantage. But that's about as far as that goes. This game I picked actually because we'll go into. I'm gonna skip the Green Bay Lions game discussion because I'm gonna throw that into the as a bonus discussion for us, just because I feel like us picking all early games. If you pick all early games and you want to win your money back because you might have lost some or whatever else,
Right.
you look to the late games. What late games are you gonna pick? You're going to pick Green Bay. For me, I would go with Green Bay and the Lions, and then look at Houston and LA second, which we'll discuss right now, which would be Houston and LA. I think we're both on to Houston on this one, even
Yeah.
at LA. But I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if LA won as well. That's the other thing. So
Well, again, I mean, I think I think it comes down to receivers in this game.
totally.
You
And
know,
Houston has none.
no. I
But it's going to come down to running and making plays happen as well. But this is the thing: you got a young quarterback who can do something with a Stafford, which we don't know if we can do something. That's where you and I kind of, I think, agree on.
Well, Houston does have Nico Collins, which is
But that's it, though. That's my point. But I mean, Chubb can catch the ball out of the backfield. Mixon can catch the ball out of the backfield. If they're going to do it that way, then fine. And
you
it's
know
going
who
to
I
be a
think
low-scoring game.
in this game could be Tutu Atwell too. You know, it's
True. Not saying it can't happen. Don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
I'm just saying, as far as everything's going to be based off of name recognition on that. It's the first
yeah.
game of the year. Everything's speculation, and I'm only going off of what I know from last year and what I saw from
Right.
last year, which wasn't much.
Kyrie Williams,
But
I think he'll score at least one touchdown.
fair.
He's a good running back.
Yeah. So, I don't see a huge scoring fest going on here. To be honest with you, maybe a 20-17 game at tops. So I'd probably pick the under, I guess, technically on that if I'm calling that score. Dolphins, Bills, Ravens. I think my heart goes with the Bills because I hate the Ravens. I should hate the Bills too, but I've had to pick one they hate, the Ravens. If I had to pick a game to win, I think we both pick Baltimore anyway.
Yeah.
At a half point. Is it still at a half point?
Yep. Open at a half, still a half.
Yeah. So I mean, that is a true pick 'em.
Well, the line flipped, so again, money's coming in on the Ravens, but
Yeah. Oh no, I got him at -1.5.
yeah, we'll open up at +1.5 Ravens. Now it's -1.5 Ravens.
I had him opened at 0.5.
Yeah, that's
At
the half.
point. Yeah.
Yep.
So over unders 50. I said this is going to be a 60-point game. I might even take the over and skip the winning. Who's going to win the game? Be honest
Well,
with
here's a question for you: who's more important this year? Is it going to be Jackson or is it going to be with the Bills? You know?
What do you mean, Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I mean, I think he two-time MVP, and I mean, Josh Allen. Who's going to favor in this game for the
Oh, as far as
year?
play, I think Josh Allen's going to do the most work out of the two of them.
But who needs it more?
Who needs the win more or the?
Yeah,
Oh, well, the buff. Who needs it more will be Lamar Jackson.
I agree.
Yeah. For the MVP race, absolutely, Lamar Jackson does.
And honestly, this is the Ravens' best defense from what you read up on
Yeah.
that they ever had. So
Ever had would be a stretch considering that early 2001. So that'd be not.
yeah,
that's an
I don't know.
argument.
Coming from Harbaugh, and he's been there. He said this is the best defense, so we'll see, right?
Sure. That's what it does. Can you hear my dogs fighting?
I love it.
He's such an asshole, dude. I guarantee you, Booger just walked by him, and that's all that happened. Hey, Rambo. Anyway, sorry, you're gonna hear my dogs every once in a while. They get all antsy, especially when I'm stuck on my computer, not giving them attention. Hey, oh, you both came. Nice.
There they are.
Anyway, on to the next game, the Monday night game, Minnesota Bears. I think you and I both have. Hey, Rambo, stop. It's still 1.5 for Minnesota. We both have Minnesota. So
another game that flipped.
Yep. So, but anyway, let's cut to the other stuff. And let me see here. Now I got to find everything that I moved.
Tampa Bay, Atlanta.
Yeah, is that? No, I'm gonna go. I don't know what I have. I think I have the Pats, whatever, first. Let me hide the schedule. Oh, I still have New York's up. I gotta hide that. All right, we're gonna go with the Raiders in the Pats. So I have the Patriots and you have the Raiders. I have faith in the Patriots. You obviously don't, but you also say Christian Gonzalez isn't playing. There's no big whoop to me necessarily. It probably should be, but it's not. I think the rest of our defense will be able to hold pretty well, but I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a toe-to-toe game, if that makes sense. Kind of like last night's game.
Well, it's like we said yesterday. It's the two rookie running backs. You know, Gentry's a beast.
Yep.
Henderson got some speed, unbelievable.
Yep. So I mean, with those two factors going, to me, it's going to come down to Geno Smith versus Drake May. I think as far as what those guys will end up doing to break that craziness or whatever that difficult.
I think Brock Bowers is the X factor in this game for the Raiders.
Yeah, I can see that. And I got
to. It's like we said yesterday too. You know, could the Patriots actually cover tight ends this year? And Bowers is one of the top in the league.
Yes, that's why I don't think that it's a huge deal that Gonzalez is out. In my personal opinion, I'm not one to necessarily bet on the home team stuff with the Patriots because they always let me down regardless. But I go a little bit crazy when it comes to the parlays with them too. So,
right.
The same game parlays, but that's fucking
taking the fact the weather this week too on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean it rained this morning. You said it was supposed to rain Sunday. I didn't see that because my weather report still said Saturday. So I don't think they know what's going on because in typical New England fashion.
I've seen rain.
You know, but I think it comes down to here. It's going to be, like I said, the X factors are. You said Brock Bowers. I say the quarterback playing the coaches. You know,
true.
That's just. I know it sounds obvious, and it's like no. There's nobody on either team that's dominant because Brock Bowers can't do anything without a quarterback who can throw to him. And not saying that Geno Smith can't, but excuse me, if anybody can work with him as a head coach, it would be Pete Carroll. I don't know why Seattle ever got rid of him to begin with.
I agree. That there was
Geno Smith at least. So I don't know what's going on there. But again, I'm just looking for hope with the Patriots more than anything. But are they 2.5-point favorites still?
Yeah. Actually, it dropped. And I'm surprised because Gonzalez being out.
Still 2.5-point favorites on here.
Yeah.
What was it opening? I thought it was always 2.5
3
points. Was it 3?
Yep, open at 3.
Let me see.
No, I'm doing a concessions line, so.
All right, yeah. So I always had 2.5. Over under 40. No bets available. Thank you. I don't care. I just want to see where to go. Over under. Coco's hungry. Coco, can you wait, please? Over under is 44.5. I wouldn't be surprised if it went over.
Really, I think with the weather, I
don't know what the weather is. So I don't make my bets till Sunday anyway. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a super big deal. We got so you got Raiders, I got Patriots. We can move along here. We got the Bucks and the Falcons. I had the Bucks originally, and once I got to do a little bit of homework because I hadn't really taken the time to do it, I switched to the Falcons, and I have a lot more faith in the Falcons. The line on that is what? What do you got?
Well, it's two different lines. One's the Falcons getting 1.5. Now it's down to a pick, and I tell you why. Because
why?
Chris Godwin's out.
Yeah, I know that.
For Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So Tristan Wirfs is out. for Tampa, and that's
everybody's
huge.
hurt for Tampa. That's basically what it's going to come down to. Why I switched. That's why I switched my. Cade Otton's hurt. Everybody's hurt. That's why I switched my pick to the Falcons. And I don't actually now I can almost kind of see the fact that the Falcons will totally obliterate whatever the line is anyway. So
I mean, geez, with Godwin out, you got to go to rookie Ibuka, and then Sterling Shepard. I played with the Giants. I mean,
no,
it's going to be a long day for him. I think in the
yes.
dome.
So I agree. We're gonna go with. We'll both go. Coco. Oh my God! My dogs have zero patience for anything. Like they're like, I want it and I want it now. So let me just duplicate this for a minute here. Can I duplicate it? I think I. Well, I'm gonna find out. What the hell? Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Did it work? Oh yeah. Here we go. So we're both on the Falcons in that one. We can say goodbye to them and say goodbye to. Oops, what'd I click? How come that's still up? That shouldn't be up.
What page on?
What's that?
What page are you on?
No. I'm on. I'm just curious of why the. Oh, I'm an idiot because I have the wrong thing up. There it is. Nope, I gotta hide this. Coke. Oh my God! I'm gonna strangle my dog. I really won't strangle my dog, folks. So we're on the Dolphins and the Colts. I think we're both the same on this one. With the Colts, I don't still. The Dolphins are just regressing at this point. I don't know what's going on with McDaniels and his team. I don't know what he's got going on there. Don't know. You never know what's going on with Tua. When he's there, he plays well. When he's
it's a Jonathan Taylor game here.
Yeah, clearly that's Devin Achane. How do you say his last name? Achane, whatever it is.
Ochney.
Yeah, he is. He's hurt-ish, so or damaged goods, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know I feel like they just leak this type of shit just to be, just to get people to think or whatever, not too much about this shit. But we're both on that. Let me copy that, and we're gonna paste that. And you're gonna go up
Daniel
there.
Jones.
Yeah, so I mean, there's really not much to discuss on these. Put it this way, folks. If there's not a lot to discuss, that means that's why it's here, because it should be a pretty simple decision. As much as we like to discuss the games and everything, but it should really be. If you're thinking too much, you shouldn't make the pick.
Right.
That's really all it comes down to.
Don't second guess it.
Don't overthink it. I have a habit of overthinking sometimes, and it's just, why is that still up? And it's just like, it ruins me, essentially when I bet, because I get too crazy about it. But you'll learn as you go. That's why you got to not go crazy when it comes to betting. Giants, Redskins. What's the line that you have? I have 6 points for Washington.
It's was 6.5 at open. Now it dropped to 6. I don't know. I like Washington here.
I do too. I'm still gonna say, despite the fact that the Giants have a nasty defensive line, I don't think that's gonna sway Daniels, but could be wrong.
No.
But
well, they got McLaren back, so
yeah, and he seems okay with being there. There were people who will actually get second guessing, like, oh, how is he gonna feel? How is he gonna do it? Like, stop it, dude. Like, if I just signed something that gave me that much money, you know how I'm gonna feel? Fucking fantastic.
He'll be fine.
Like, cut the shit with that type of like over analyzing, trying to get like overanalyze people's thoughts on certain things and whatnot.
Well, again, he just wants to get paid for what he does.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong.
He deserves it.
He's been the guiding light for that place since he got there. So, yeah, I agree. He definitely deserves it. All right, Steelers, Jets. You really wanted to talk about this game last night. You had a dual revenge game factor going on here.
Yeah, I think Fields gets a little bit of revenge here.
I think Fields isn't going to do shit. I'm not going to lie, bro. I just
I
don't
don't
think.
know.
I don't know if he's meant to do it. I'm with the Steelers in this one, as you know. Um, Continue going like what you're thinking here.
Well, I think he's. I think he could actually beat them. I really do.
Really?
I
I mean, I don't.
yeah.
I'm not. I don't think either one of these teams is even close to being beyond low level good. If that makes any sense.
Key factor here is Brees Hall.
You think so?
Yeah, they're obviously going to run away from J.J. Watt. That guy's just too good, man.
Yeah. TJ. TJ.
TJ, sorry. He's just too good.
Yeah. I could see that. I'm just curious to see if they're going to be capable to do it because the Jets' offensive line's got a little bit of iffiness toward it. So I don't know how much faith there is to have in that. That's why I think there's too many ifs in this game. I mean, I threw it in there, but like I said, if I take the Steelers. What is it again? Is it still 2.5?
3.
3. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, it is. Jeez. I don't know. I still take it. I have a feeling it's going to I wouldn't be surprised if that game's a push. Over-unders 37.5. Gross. It's at New York, which might be the same weather problem as here, but I don't think that really affects Aaron Rodgers, if anybody. It shouldn't affect anybody, to be honest with you. It's not like it's fucking snow, and it's warm. It'd be warm rain anyway.
But this could be, to me, I think could be a low-scoring game. That's why I think the Jets, within the field goal, I think they could.
Low scoring as in what, 14-10 or
Well, it opened at
13?
39.5. It's down to 37.5. That's 2 points. Now, it's based on the fact, like we just talked about up here with the weather, too.
I don't know. I when I see anything that low, that's like a November, December over under or two completely shitty teams with backups type of thing. I don't see that. Honestly, I mean, I'd probably take the over just to have fun with it. I wouldn't put a lot of money on it. $5.
That's a live betting game.
Yeah. Well, I have a hard time live betting because it's like my thumbs don't work that quick on my phone. They really do. I struggle with that. You and I go back and forth about it. Do you have any props that you specifically like? I haven't looked at any of them yet, so I have nothing on the props. I know you like to do the prop stuff, so if you want to give any insight to prop stuff, that'd be. It's all
I'm going to go.
You got the floor, kid.
Yes, sir. It's the one I've always taken. I love Justice Hill from the Ravens, man. Vegas hasn't caught up yet.
So what is it? What is his prop set for at the moment?
I like the Russian. I take it every game. Now it's at 6.5. Jump on it early if you can. I mean, he could do that with one run. Rushing and receiving is the same thing. It was up to 27. So that's another one. But I always take him all the time. So if you want a good prop, I'd go with Justice Hill. Over and rushing.
Fair.
At 6.5.
A lot of things to look at too is I look at a lot is receptions for tight ends. Because some of them they have ridiculous numbers. There was one this week, I forget who it is. Oh, it's hurting me in my head. They averaged last year 6.9 receptions a game, but that was inflated due to like 3 or 4 games. So their over under is actually 6.5 receptions. I would have just take the 6. I can't remember who it is. So I'm sorry, that is useless information. But that is the point. I used to pick. Who did I tell you I was that last year I always picked? Was it No, it wasn't Ferguson. Was it Ferguson?
I thought you said Ferguson. I thought it was.
No. It was the guy for the Steelers. That long name.
Hireman.
No, the tight Freiermuth.
Freiermuth.
It was always 3 receptions, and he never hit it. Like he hit it like once. This is the beginning of the season stuff. So or something along those lines. So you could always pick the under or over. I wasn't sure which one. I can't remember what it was. But that was one that I
So you probably pick better than us. Yeah, I just want to give you one more prop. I think too here. I think the rookie Trevion Henderson for your Patriots. I think he'll definitely. It's rushing yards is 38 and a half. He should clear that. Yeah, he's got to be at least 45, 47 yards. I can't see him.
He could get that in less than 10 carries. To be honest.
Yeah.
But that's it. Look at the teams you like. Look at the team that you want, that you're fans of, that you know the players well enough, you know the team well enough to know what they might do or what they're gonna do. A lot of my props that I will do is based off the teams that I know well, or that I feel I know well. I don't really know like the Cardinals or the Saints, so I won't really look at them. I might look at individual players here and there if I'm looking to like try to boost myself and win some money back like an idiot, but I will usually stick to the teams that I'm familiar with, like the Jets or like the obviously the Patriots, the Raiders. Are a team that I follow. Cincinnati's a team that I follow. Falcons is a team that I followed for years. Dolphins, I just know that team. Things along the game, like find teams that you're familiar with. Look at the numbers. You do a lot of defensive bettings too, which I do not do.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot of prop bets on sacks, or at least one player with a number of sacks. However, I haven't gone to the balls to do that yet. I mostly do yardage and completions and stuff like that when it comes to quarterbacks. That's how I do it.
Yeah, usually you could get some good odds too for like defensive ends, like the TJ Watts. You know, uh, again, it depends on who they're playing too. If it's a running quarterback, it's a little tougher because they scramble.
Yeah.
But in the pocket, you know, I'm the type that looks at the offensive line like tonight on a Friday. The Chargers are in trouble. They have to move their best right tackle to left tackle because Slater's out. So now I have to reshuffle the line. So Chris Jones should have a field day.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Karlaftis, the linebacker for the Chiefs, he should have a field day.
Yeah. So like I said, you look at stuff like that differently than I do. The only defensive stuff that I look at is typically like cornerback play against receivers. So I don't actually pick based the defense, like who's going to get interception or whatever. I pick. I look at the defense and decide what I'm going to choose on offense, if that makes sense. Who plays well against this guy? Who's Gonzalez going against? So I can sit there and say that guy's not going to get more than 48 yards in the game. Those type of things. So I always pretty much bet offensive stuff in, like who's going to score first and those type of things. You know what I mean?
I actually like that, like the opening drive. Are they going to get a first down? Or is it going to be a punt? I do that.
Score in that quarter and things like those. I kind of do those sometimes because some of them are. If you catch them early enough, you can catch them with some stuff that's pretty obvious. So that's another thing to look at too. Look at the beginning of the week. Look at the middle of the week. Look at the end of the week. By the time you get to about midway through the season, you can start making more educated guesses because, folks, this is all guessing. It's whether or not you have an educated guess or not. You know what I mean? Are you the one picking the team by colors, or are you the one picking the team by who's playing in the game? It's really what the difference is. But either way, this is all just guessing. So if you go through and find out, and see like certain Coco, see certain she doesn't stop, dude. The little dogs never stop at all. Like I get these two brooding dogs who would shred you if they wanted to. They're not huge. But they only bark when they know they need to. She just goes. I'll go and look at the door. There's nobody there. Like this, like she's just barking at the person that walked by like 45 minutes ago. I'm like, the person's gone, girl. But you can make more educated guesses and see what
I love it. That's great.
Make more educated guesses and see. When my mom comes home, she is right back upstairs. So whatever. Another a week of this, I think. More educated guesses on what you want to do and see what you can catch people on. Because there'll be a point where you can catch, excuse me, early lines on things and so along those lines. And if you catch an early line and you see a line that you like, that's like crazy, and then you find out like somebody got hurt, and you can just play it quick before he catches on. They change that line. Like it's a rare occurrence, but it could be payoff big as well. So,
Well, again, it's the old theory. Just don't assume that line's not going to change.
yes.
Because remember, Vegas house always wins. So they want you to think, oh, if the line's too good, people are going to jump on that line thinking, oh, okay. Everybody's just a low count like tonight. The Chiefs and the Chargers, prime example.
Well, they manipulate. Well, that's something you should point out. You'll hear us discuss that, like how the line changed, the money's on this team or that team. Just be, or you'll hear Kevin mention the Sharks or whatever else, because they're trying to force you with a bet by forcing an overload bet on, say, the Browns, which will pull the line down to or push
Whatever
the
it
line out
is.
or whatever it is, and then that way so the people won't bet on the Bengals. So they're trying to force in the money in certain places. So you got to kind of see how that is. The funny thing I always see is like everybody says it's scripted, it's this and that. Look how this team scored here, and they were this close to like covering and this and that. You're making this assumption that everybody 100% of bets won on that one team, which is stupid because there's people who bet on the other team that did win.
Just
so
as
like
much,
the whole
so.
scripted stuff and everything else blows my mind when it comes to the betting thing. Well, then if you know they're scripted so well, bet the opposite of what the fuck you bet.
And see how you work out, right?
Yeah, so just do everything. Be like, well, I would do this because this is what would happen in reality. But in the new reality or the fantasy world of scripted football, this is what's going to happen. We'll do the scripted football version of it and see how it works. Guys, this is your money, so you got to bet on these things. Stop blaming refs because they didn't allow that sack and the other team covered. No one cares who covered except the people who bet. So
it's just like when we go to the casinos. The house always wins. It's just luck.
That's just the game. That's the game. That's why we say everything. You have to make everything is a guess. You just make it more educated if you can. That's all it is. It's a game, folks. That's why you can't overdo it. But anyway, so that's where we're at. My dog's barking. She's giving me a fucking headache at this point. But remember, folks, to bet small, win big.
And don't be a degenerate.
And don't be a degenerate. That's exactly what it is. So hopefully, we'll see what you like and go. Who are they playing this week?
Oh,
Miami.
Bethune-Cookman, baby.
Who?
Bethune-Cookman.
That's a school?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a dump off week?
Yeah.
Oh.
For a lot of teams.
Yeah. I know there's like usually a week or two that they do the dump off games. But I didn't realize it was. I guess it makes sense. It's the second game of the year. They need that rest. But anyway, folks, till next time. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next week. Or I'll talk to you Monday, maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Who knows? But see ya.
Oh, Miami.